Hello, friends. So, if you're working on a project and you encounter a problem with the service connection, something like no subscription or service connection found, right? How can you fix it? In some cases, you might actually have a subscription, right? An available subscription, but when you click on it, you need to authorize, you need to put in your password and your email address. Sometimes maybe, you forgot your password and you're just having a hard time authorizing. So the question is that how can you still go ahead with your project by, how can you go ahead? So one way you can do it is by creating a service connection in Azure DevOps, right, on this platform. So to manually create that, um, what you can just do is just come to this manage, right, and you can open in a new tab. If I open this in a new tab, then you see create your first service connection. You click on create service connection. So, so now the one that we are going to choose here, the service connection, the connection type that we are going to choose here is going to be the Azure Resource Manager. And why are we choosing this? The reason why we are choosing this is because if you look at this here, right, we have Azure Resource Manager connection. So we have to choose the Azure Resource Manager. So we choose this and then we click on next down here. And we want to create a service principal manually, right? So I'm going to choose this service principal manual, click on that, then I'll click on next. And now we need all this information, right? We need the subscription ID, the subscription name, and all this. In fact, this one, I'm going to delete it. We have to fill everything in. These are the ones that I created previously. We have to fill everything in. So we need the subscription name, the subscription ID. So I'm just going to go to my portal, Azure portal, right? I'm going to come here and I'm just going to come on subscription, or you can search for subscription here, right? I'm going to click on subscription and I'm going to use this subscription that I already have for my Azure account. So I'll just copy the subscription name, copy that, and then I'll come back here. I'll put the subscription name here. Then I need the subscription ID. I'll come back. Then I'll copy this ID over here, copy it, right. Then I'll come back here. See. So I'll paste it. So now for the service, so let me see. Subscription ID. So now I need to fill in this service. So I need to create a service principal, right? It's basically you just create an app, right? So once we create that app, we are going to get all these details. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to come back to my portal. Then I'm going to go to Active Directory, right? So you see Microsoft Entra ID. So I'll click on that. Then under Manage, so by the left, you see manage, right? So under manage, I'm going to click on app registration. App registration. Then you can, up here, you see new registration. So I'm going to click on new registration. And then I'm just going to call the name DevOps Connect, right? Just, you can give it any name you want. And down here, the redirect URL, I'm going to put web. I'm going to choose web, right? Web. And we don't need to put any, URL there. Just click on register. And then it's going to register the, the service principal, the app, right? So now I'm going to use all this information, right? Not all, some of them is needed. I'm going to use like for example, this application client ID, I'll need that. I'll copy that. That will be my service principal ID. So, and then let me see. Okay. So now for the service principal key, right? So you see credential, then we see service principal key. So I want to use service principal key. So for the service principal key, I need to I'm going to come back to to my to the application, right? So I'm going to come back to the application, then I'll come back to manage, then you see certificate and secret, right? So I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to create a new client secret. You look at this, I'm going to create a new client secret here. And just going to give a name. I'm just a new secret, new secret key. And I'm going to go with the recommended expiry, days. Then I'll click on add. Now, what I actually need here is this value here, right? So I'm just going to copy that. I'll copy that, and then I'll come back to the service principal key. So I'm going to paste it. Okay, so now for the tenant ID, I'm just going to come back to the app that was created and come to overview to the left. So I'm going to use this directory tenant ID. So I'll copy that. And then come back here and I'll fill. Okay, so now let's verify. Let's verify. Let's verify. So you see, it says verification failed. So the reason why the verification failed is that we need to give access for this particular service principal, right? For this particular service principal, we need to give access, to the subscription. If you look at, we use our subscription, right? We need to go to the subscription and, add a role assignment, right? To be able to give access. So now let's come back to subscription here. So subscription, then I'm going to click on the subscription and I want to add, so you see this control, IAM, click on that. Then you click on that, it's coming up. It's taking a while. So, okay, so it's up now. So then up here, you see add, click on add, then you have add role assignment. Okay, so I'm going to choose a role. I'm going to choose the contributor. So we need to, this will require a contributor role. So I'll click let me search for contributor. So let me see. So I'm going to use this one, configuration contributor. So this grant permission for all management operations. So I'll choose that. Okay, let me choose this other one. This one here, okay. Then this application, no, let me use this app configuration contributor. This one here. Okay. So then come to members, right? Up here, members. Under members, you see select member. So I'm going to select the member. And the member I want to select here is the name of I'm going to type the name of the service principal, right? The name of the service principal, so the application that was created. So I'm going to click on that, and then down here you click on select, select, and I think everything looks good. And yeah, review and assign. Review. So adding role assignment. So it's adding the role assignment now. So it's already added. So now, since it's already added, I'm going to come back to my new Azure service connection. And currently the verification shows failed, right? So I'm going to try it again. And now it's successful. So all I need to do is to give a name to the service connection. So I'm going to just say a new Azure service connection. Okay. And then lastly, I'm just going to grant access permission to all pipelines. right? And then I'll click on verify and save. Okay, so now you see the service connection. I have my new service connection is new Azure service connection. So I'm going to come back to my pipeline and I'm going to refresh. So currently we just have only one available Azure subscription, right? Available Azure service connection. We just have just this one. So if I refresh now, let me reload, you will see um, so let me quickly CLI. So if I reload now, if I reload now, so you see we have the new Azure Service Connection. So you can use this one. So if you click on this one, right, you don't need to authorize, right? You can just, you see, everything is good. You don't need to authorize. You can just move on with your project. So that's basically how to create a service connection in Azure DevOps. I hope this helps. Thank you.